Hey babes, thank you all for joining me here at the Witch's Quill for the monthly tarot reading for the signs. This is going to be for Leo. This is a general reading, so not everything may apply, so please take what sticks and leave the rest. This can be applied to big three placements, so the sun, moon, or rising. Be sure to check out your other signs as well if you have not done so already. And let's see what this month has in store for you, Leo. What is April going to be bringing for you? What does April have in store? The Hermit in reverse. So, you might have been doing some introspection, really kind of like staying inside, and might be time for you to be leaving, the sun. So I'm feeling like you kind of did a lot of introspection and, you know, have been keeping to yourself, and you're feeling ready to kind of step out and be social again. The sun is the happiest card of the deck. And I mean, you know, you, Leo, being a fire sign, you know, and the lion, and, you know, so large in and of yourself, and such a, you know, an impactful being. What you've been working on could have brought you a lot of happiness, and, you know, now you'll be able to share that with other people, which you love to do. So yeah, so far it seems like it's gonna be like a really good month for you. Yep, 6 of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So yeah, you might have learned a lot about yourself, and, you know, kind of found like what worked for you, and, you know, you might have found what's working for you could really benefit other people as well. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you should be giving unsolicited opinions or advice, but, you know, sharing is caring, and what you have learned or gone through could, you know, potentially benefit other people as well. So kind of sharing your gift with others. And here with the Hierophant, like, this could be something, you know, in a spiritual capacity. You know, this could be, you know, there could be a marriage, at some point. This could be, you know, like in a teaching capacity almost, where, like I said, you've learned some things and you really feel like other people could benefit from it as well. So definitely, like, share your gift, share your happiness and your joy with others. It is infectious. So you definitely have that ability to make other people really happy. Yeah, and Queen of Cups. So, you know, you might want to kind of keep your emotions in check. You might not necessarily want to kind of wear your heart on your sleeve, but showing your compassionate nature, you know, and sharing, you know, your love and happiness and joy with others is going to create a more positive environment. Yeah, and then 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So it could have been like a really hard, challenging journey, you know, where it could have been really challenging to get where you're at now. You know, I mean, life has its own challenges, and they're so unique to every individual, and no experience is ever going to be alike. But you have found that, you know, kind of going through those challenges has led you to be able to, you know, reconnect with yourself on a more positive level, and kind of get yourself out of, you know, like that disaster kind of mindset. Like, you might have been in that mindset before, and because of the self-reflection and doing that kind of work, doing the work really, to reconnect with yourself and what have you. Yeah, you had been previously like bound up like in and you know, self-doubt and what have you, and really conflicted with your thoughts and ideas, and you know, could have led into like your financials and you know, your personal health and wellness. And I mean, if you're feeling like that right now, again, like this too shall pass. You know, when you are able to do the work and kind of really take a look at yourself and, you know, come to terms with what is and isn't working and releasing what isn't working, you'll be able to, you know, come back into that Queen of Cups and Sun energy. So let's get some clarity here. We have the Six of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you either you have or you need to kind of move on. You know, you kind of came to terms with the things that weren't working for you and you're letting them go. Yeah, then we have the Chariot. So yeah, you gotta let that go, move on, and then really keep it moving, you know? Like, I feel like you are feeling so good finally, you know, after feeling, you know, some type of way. You've been able to kind of let those things go and get moving and working towards what you really want out of life, what really brings you happiness and joy. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Like, I think that you had been stressing over this for a while. You know, it was keeping you up at night and really had you worried about what, you know, things were going to turn out like for you. But really reconnecting with yourself and trusting your intuition and letting go of the things that weren't working for you has allowed you to get out of this worry and doubt and stress and bring in that joy, you know, that you have been seeking. Yeah, King of Cups in reverse. So this might have been like a romantic thing. You know, somebody that you know, thought that you could trust and lean on, and, you know, just didn't work out. They had you worrying instead of bringing you happiness. And you gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. Move on if you haven't done so already, so that you can really get moving towards what you want to work for in your life. Yeah, and then we have the Moon. So if things have not already been brought to light, they will. And it truly could have been something that, you know, you kind of already knew and they had you second guessing yourself. You know, it could have been somebody that was like, you know, that's really good with their words. Maybe a bit manipulative, you know, that like where, you know, you thought something was going on and they almost were like gaslighting you and telling you like what you were experiencing wasn't real, or, you know, that you're crazy or in your head or whatever. And, you know, really could have made you feel like some type of way. Yeah, the Strength in reverse, which this is you, Leo. So I almost feel like you were not at your best. You know, you were not in your Sun energy because this person really made you feel like you they had you stressed and worried. They were keeping you up at night because they were trying to hide some shit, and you know, you were aware of it, and they tried to make it seem like you had no right to be talking about what you were talking about, or to ask these questions or whatever. Maybe it's like somebody that you were going to get married to. Maybe, you know, it is a significant other. Maybe, you know, it's an educational kind of thing. You know, it can be a multitude of things, but whatever this situation or person was, definitely doesn't seem like they have the best interest for you, and you're recognizing that. And, you know, cutting them off and kind of letting it go and moving on, like taking that L. You know, we all make mistakes. We all, you know, kind of work towards things and, you know, have the best intentions and the best hope for them. And they don't always work out how we intended to, and that's okay. There's always a learning lesson from it. So as long as you can kind of take that and let go of what's not working anymore, you'll be able to come back into that sun. And I love that it's like the sun and the moon here. So it's like you've been seeing like almost kind of like two sides. Like you had only been seeing one side of the story and now you're seeing both sides. So it's like you're just like, finally, like I know that I wasn't making this stuff up. I wasn't, you know, imagining things. Yeah, because I really feel like it had you like not trusting your intuition, not believing in yourself. All right, and then from Mother Maiden Crone advice, we have wishful expectations. Acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. Exactly. I feel like somebody or something was portraying that everything was all, you know, dandy and you know, great and whatnot, even though it really wasn't. You know, they were putting on this show that, you know, everything was grand and, you know, it really wasn't. And recognizing that now, you can move forward. And, you know, like, there's no reason to be embarrassed by it. Like, you might feel embarrassed, you know, for letting this go on for as long as it did. But some people are really, really, really good at just spinning tales and making you believe, you know, in something that isn't true. You know, and that honestly might be like why you were kind of like feeling a little bit reserved in some aspects, you know, where, you know, you did trust somebody and they completely took advantage of you. So now you're kind of like, I don't know if I want to let anybody in quite yet. Yeah, I'm seeing like this King of Cups, like it really does feel like it's almost like in a relationship capacity where it's like this person, you're the Queen of Cups and this person was supposed to be your King of Cups. It does not have to be male, female. We all have divine feminine and masculine energy. So, you know, maybe this could have been like some type of karmic connection where it's like you thought that you were this for each other and they made you believe it, even though they really didn't have that intention for you. We have here. Your dreams need a practical plan. Adjustments are required and your hard work is paying off. Yeah, so I feel like you have kind of recognized that this connection isn't what it seemed. And you know, you need to make adjustments. And kind of put a plan into action because, you know, some of this stuff isn't, I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but that movie Enough, where like with Jennifer Lopez, where like her boyfriend was being like, you know, physically abusive and she kind of took things into her own hands and like made a plan to like get her and her child out safely. If you are experiencing any of this, please seek help and professional assistance. It is not okay. I do not condone abuse or anything in that nature. So please, 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 please reach out if you are experiencing something in this regard. But yeah, like you need a plan. You need to make a plan to get out of the situation so that you can move forward and let it go and like put it in your rear view. And it will pay off in the end for you. All right, what do we have from the stars? Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Yeah, definitely seek out people that you, you know, trust and feel safe with. If need be, and help to, you know, you might need to take a little bit of time to regroup and kind of get back into your power. And you can't do that if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel that you're in an environment where you are able to be authentically you. So yes, please, 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 please make sure that you are safe. And affirmations. I only focus on what is truly essential and making me happy. It all begins and ends in your mind. What you give power to has power over you if you allow it. So yeah, definitely focus on the things that are bringing you happiness and joy, and release all of those things that aren't making you happy, babe. And with that, I will leave it there for you, Leo. I hope that you were able to find some insights, you know, through this reading. And I hope that you have a fantastic month. Thank you so much for joining me.